Thanks for staying with us. As you all know, this show is renowned for celebrating greatness and motivating its teeming audience for excellence. Joining us in the studio is a delightful young Nigerian who has brought greatness upon herself. She recently made history on the global stage by achieving what any model, dead or alive, has never attained. She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the longest distance walked by a model after completing a 130.62 kilometer catwalk. Welcome to the show, Ololade Ayelabola. Jeez. Whoa. When I saw you walking, I was like, where are the legs? Show us the legs. Wow. So first of all, you walked on heels.
Yes.
For a number of days.
Yes.
What madness inspired that? Let's start from there.
Nigeria's madness.
Whoa.
Okay, so I auditioned for 2 fashion shows, and they said, oh, you walked well, but you're short. I said, I'm 5'8". And then I got back home and I was thinking, we have so many talented and skilled models out there, but because of the eye discrimination, you tell them they cannot walk. And then it just made me think that a lot of people would have been told no.
Yeah.
We are Nigerians. We are not extremely tall. A typical Nigerian woman is 5'7", 5'8", 5'6", plus sized. And then I realized that in the modeling runway, to be specific, world in Nigeria, they don't embrace plus size women. And Nigerians, we are not slim. So I decided to gather models from different walks of life. Models that are short. I worked with albino models, vitiligo, tribal marks, because we have tribal marks in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Extremely tall models. And I was like, you know what? We are going to make a statement to the fashion world and tell them to embrace inclusivity and diversity, and there should be no stereotypes. If clothes is designed for different sizes of people, then people modeling them should be different sizes of plus size too. So yeah, that was the inspiration. That was the madness that prompted me to.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, it actually makes sense. So for how many days did you do this walk?
5
and
days.
what happened? And you walked on heels.
Yes, at some point I had to change to flats because my leg was bandaged. At some point it was not even working, but there was a purpose and there was a drive, and I knew I had to just break the record. And then people came. It was actually very tough. First, the budget was crazy because you have to run a show continuously for 5 days, and it's a full fashion production. We had to take videos, pictures from different angles. So it was costing. Actually cost us about a whole lot of money when we did it. Then our preparation was very tough. I had to train for 6 months prior to it. I trained 8 hours in a day. 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours at night. Yes, at night.
See the one looking at you.
Honestly, see, I'm so confounded, to be honest.
And then I had to change my diet. Everything changed. Yes, I changed my diet. And then we had to work with about over 100 designers, because one of the rules was you cannot repeat outfits for like the first 24 hours. So imagine, I had to walk a runway of about 62 meters in 1 minute. I had to change in like 50 seconds and get back on the runway to work because I was working against time. So the last set of people that did it 41 years ago. Wow. Yes, the record I broke was a 41-year-old record. Wow. They did it 41 years ago.
Wow. That's amazing.
And it was 2 ladies that actually did it together, set theirs. So they did 48 hours. But I had to do 100 and something hours to break that.
Congratulations. So to be honest, congratulations. This is amazing. This is beyond human imagination. But I just want to know the aftermath, because it's easy to do something. So what happened to you afterwards? Mentally, physically, emotionally,
spiritually.
Because working for 5 whole days.
You don't work
24 hours a day.
Yes. That's
the distance of Ibadan.
Yes. What happened afterwards?
So afterwards, first I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. I had so many interviews. I was telling them, my managers were telling me, she cannot come. I'm sorry, except you come to our place, because I couldn't walk. My nurse was around for like a few days, and then she was even giving me sleeping pills to sleep because I couldn't sleep after the event. Mentally, I was stressed because first I still had a lot of bills to pay. I still had a lot of bills to pay to offset after the event. But then I just had to I just believed that I did it for a purpose, and the money was going to come around from wherever it was coming from for me to offset it. And then I was really glad I did it, because over the course of time, I would just meet people randomly. I got emails of people who had given up on their dreams, and then they just started telling me, you did this. There's a guy I met. This guy is just 16 years old. He told me I'm the youngest chef. It was after I watched your Guinness World Record that I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to take my chef career. And he has started his own business now. He left where he was working and he established his own company. And hearing that alone makes me happy. It makes me fulfilled, because it's
okay,
really
amazing. Let's take a short break, darling. When we come back, we continue with our
Guinness World Record.
The waker, the walker.
Our Guinness.
We'll be right back. Just walking.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.